Hey. What you mean? I won the MVP still. I'm finna win it in both this year, like a hoe.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans.
Let's go, Diablos. We got our crosses out and shit. We ready. About to perform an exorcism, nigga. We performing exorcisms, nigga.
It's going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Exorcisms, nigga. On God. Sosa on the beat. I run this league, bro. I don't think you realize that.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, we got him confused. Throw the ball.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. If you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
We got him on the ropes.
To throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Payne dancing to his left. It's Payne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Payne. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down. That's Payne. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get you know, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they?
See how it gives the
offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Looking to throw. Payne escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel.
Give me the ball, Sonny!
Loses the football.
I'll be right back.
Texans say they have it. They do.
Free smoke.
Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. Turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore.
That boy Sonny not even trying to play
they
today.
Focused on it, tried to get better, and when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
And they'll run it here.
Hayes!
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
They ain't fixed nothing. Whatever update just happened was for Mutt.
It'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he's going to go down again.
Hey, y'all better tell this boy Josh Rosen been in 99 since year 1.
Back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And here now the offense heading back out there. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always
Breland
work out,
speaks.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Payne rolling to his right. He's got his man in the
I hate that shit.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards.
Nigga should not have any time.
Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And on the ground they go with the running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive
My thing
linemen
is,
will
bro,
take
these
the
is
bait and
320-pound
move
linemen
laterally
in this
and
interior,
open
bro.
up a crease that they can run
Moving
through.
that easily?
Didn't happen on that play.
Yeah.
off the play fake. Payne.
Oh, shit.
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught at the 10. A big play there. 44 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable.
He say, worry about you. He know that the quarterback can't throw in those situations.
So they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there we saw one of the
He's like, oh, he not holding turbo yet. Hold on. He not holding turbo yet.
You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
I'm not going to move back.
Rosen off the play action. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen.
Woo!
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Touchdown, Houston.
I thought he overthrew the fuck out of that nigga.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defense is spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Payne. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round! No, ball. Banjo. Motion. Flex round! Line 50. Here we go. Motion.
Back to throw. Payne firing quickly here, and that's complete. The 20. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Payne. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And
all right. Maybe if you can get off a block.
Losing yardage back at the 12. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The year of the injuries, I guess.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Ohio!
One of my linebackers got hurt.
Ohio!
From the gun, Payne. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
He can't slide because he wouldn't pass the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Powerful running. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take
I could probably
over
put a
here.
deal together.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
Hey!
A very solid gain of 27.
Young Anthony Miller.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Goes off the purple.
There you go. I'll be getting the gold, man. That shit.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
I might get some whiskey. I need to get some liquor store, man. I ain't been in forever.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
Hey.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw here is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
All right.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take it to it.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I'm just going to throw to that.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example of not all tight ends are created equal.
No
because
chances.
Everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some big guys out there, man.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Payne. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Tyus Bowser coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space
1st
game.
down.
Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Play action here with Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
What?
Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Really surprised I caught that.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Definitely all off in the face.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard
Every play
line.
after that was positive.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st and 10, Payne. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off play action. Payne. And that is incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
No one got it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Off the play fake. Payne. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now they try the right side here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll go on the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll throw
corner
it
over there at
Rosen.
98 speed, I think.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Overall. He got like 98 speed. That's Anthony Averett. Oh, Jalen Myers, he got 98 speed too, I think.
3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd
From the
down.
Jags. After upgrades, you got 98 speed.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration.
Yeah.
Now
that's what they need to look at when they're talking about
when we prepare for a game,
weight.
when you look at the background,
Physics and momentum and all that shit. There's no way. Harmon Hazleton is not a power back, bro. A power back would barely be moving a lineman like that.
Baseball players, we're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Payne. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
But, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll run it here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen.
Oh, my God.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it.
Better catch that nigga, Josh.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Threw that bitch not under pressure, so he still has stamina with his bitch ass.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
Nah, Breeley speaks.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First and goal.
Like a bitch.
Thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted,
Really, Zach?
but it winds up falling incomplete.
I don't know where you guys found this guy. This is the second quarterback you
would
took?
be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Off play action. Payne. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this.
You cursed him when you said he would never be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
But now they face a fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His fifth touchdown now on the year.
I thought each lineman was going to be occupied, so Money could just scrape over top, but nobody was there.
Try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights. Back now in Mexico City as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's because it's me. I didn't put it on.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the
I'll never turn that shit on.
24-yard line.
Horn.
And now out comes Houston. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bipema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew his man wasn't released to the football at all times and made a nice play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
Wide open!
Up around the waist and pushed down. Alec Ogletree in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Slit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Payne. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back to throw. Payne flush to his right. It's a
shot. He caught that hole.
Tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down. Payne buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Why does he have the captain?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
From the gun on.
That's my big man. These motherfuckers ain't all week, bro. He do nothing.
He's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I had a feeling. Ooh. And it didn't mean nothing.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, let me get through
there. Across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Rosen to throw.
Really?
Got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
Shit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on
test
that
that
one,
nigga
and
for
also
steroids.
Texan
Who's
first
that?
down.
Samson?
Tell you
Test
what,
that
he's been
nigga.
able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know why I thought I would
Time
get
for
the...
a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
This nigga tripped and fell. Literally tripped.
To shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Niggas get away with that shit until playoffs. It's crazy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. To throw on 2nd down. Payne.
Oh, man, it was right over his head. Give me the ball! Give it to me! Give Give it to me!
They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And
big strip.
Coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself
Fourth
up.
quarter.
Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Got his man complete over the middle.
Of course you dive
It's
into
Payne.
yourself about the play.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I think that was Minka that stripped him.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
He's back to throw. Oh, a crusher there.
He's just going to score. He's going to.
Snags it for the pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And they'll try the ground game here with a running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A road win in the
It's the championship pedigree, man.
You never take that
Making
for
plays
granted,
out
no
here.
matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all
Every
week in your
time.
own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal
Maybe they're
start
like-
as they move to 3-0
Maybe they're
now
like, you
on
can't
the young
completely protect
season.
that. I
And
don't
now it's
know,
off
bro,
to
what the
airport
logic is
for a
behind
date
that.
with customs and a long flight north
Because
to
maybe
the
they're saying,
US.
like, you can't completely
Meanwhile, for
protect
the
the
home
hell,
team
you know?
here,
Like,
they'll
but-
fall to 1-2. And they'll
Clearly.
try to get back on track next
Right,
week
what's the
as
point?
they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.